Good morning, gentlemen. It's Sunday morning, so I'm not gonna fucking curse. But if you shitbags start asking me stupid questions or fall asleep on me, or if my son should accidentally be struck by lightning, then I'm gonna blame some of the players in this room, and I promise you I will spray piss all over you from my water cannon because I am not happy right now. I have a team. You! That stinks as bad as grandma's farts after a full breakfast at the Cracker Barrel, and someone has to figure out how to fix this mess that does not end. I got an owner who has servants to wipe his rear end. I got a general manager who couldn't rebuild a fallen stack of dominoes, and I got a head coach who builds offensive game plan plays out of Curly Lambeau's playbook. Gentlemen, last week is gone like a homeless man's turd floating along the curb in the city after a hard rain. You just sit there and wave at that turd as it silently floats away. Fly, pelican, fly. Well, you have to say goodbye to that floating piece of hobo crap and get back to reality. We are in Dallas right now, and we need to actually pretend like we have the tools and the manpower to win this game. You guys haven't beaten the Cowboys since your grandmothers had moist undercarriages and went to drive-in restaurants where the waitresses wore roller skates with bobby socks and hung the tray with food on the car window. Well, gentlemen, maybe it's time for all of this to stop. Maybe it's time for you to play with some real pride once and for all. Maybe it's time to show the world that while you aren't going to have a winning record, you did take a step forward this year by finally beating the Cowboys. Wouldn't it be nice to be able to say you won, you took the cake, because you always wind up with the urinal cakes. I do not want any more desserts that are named after toilet accessories in public bathrooms. So, what do we have to do today, gentlemen? What do we have to do to break on through the other side? We go through this every fucking week for years. Blah, 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 fucking blah, blah, blah. It's the same fucking shit every fucking game. It's pretty simple. When you do shit right and good, we win. Imagine that. And when you play stupid and shitty, we lose. When the offensive line plays like five fat fucks who should be in a bocce ball league, we lose. If Dumbbell calls every play like it's 60 years ago and the offensive game plan was 3 yards and a cloud of dust, then we are fucked. So, what do we have to do? Offensive linemen, listen up, you fucking big fat fucks. You're so big you should have license plates on your asses. I need you to move the D-line backwards. Open the holes. Allow us to establish the running game. You are ranked 30th in the league going into this game. You're as bad as last year. You're like 5 golf carts lining up against 5 Chevy trucks. The game begins and ends on the line. Would you start manhandling the other line already, for God's sakes? Running backs. 30 total yards last week is not only bad, but Helen Keller on roller skates has a better yards per carry. If there's no hole, make a fucking hole. You know what Jim Brown said? He said, fuck you and your hole. Running backs, get your fucking legs driving and move forward. Scatterboo. I don't need bullshit 3-second highlight reels showing, oh, look how tough Scatterboo is. You ran for -3 yards last week. Tough? You're a fucking concussion waiting to happen, and then you do us no good by sitting. Defense. The only way we have a chance to win is if you make shit happen. It's that fucking simple. That means you gotta give up very few points. You gotta force turnovers, and you gotta help us get good field position. If not, we are dead. Special teams. Just do your jobs and make no errors. You guys can also really help us win or really help us lose. Okay. That's that. Go do whatever you do to get ready for battle. It would be very nice. It would be wonderful. It would be amazing to leave Dallas with a 1-1 record. You got 60 fucking minutes to make a statement. Let's go, Big Blue!